Welcome to another episode of the Muffed Sports Show. I'm your host, Hayden Haynes. Joining me this week is Seth Killen and Brett Thomas again, boys.
Yes,
Welcome.
sir.
Got
Let's
a
go.
Absolutely.
got a
Absolutely.
gang of just some ball knowers in this for y'all, and we're gonna break down obviously like we always do college football and NFL preview. We got three games for both college and NFL. We are missing our boy Cody again. Hopefully he'll get back. He's kind of ducking that smoke because I think me and Seth are up on him in the picks so far this
Mm-hmm.
year. Cody's like 2-3 or 2-4, something like that in the college picks. Seth has actually only lost like one game, maybe two.
I think it's two.
I think I'm like 5-3 or whatever it is. But yeah, so far Seth's actually showing some ball
I'm
knowledge in
cooking.
college, even though he doesn't watch a damn thing,
Doesn't
maybe.
want doesn't watch too much.
But we were together last weekend in Tuscaloosa. Cody was quite the character, man. I'll have to say, bro. I don't know if you saw any of those clips, but this man, Cody, was wrangling. Just honestly, first of all, the whole
Bro.
time before we got into the game, let me just make this clear. This guy was so hyped to just take off his shirt in the stadium.
Dude.
He was like, I can't wait to go in that stadium and take my shirt off for the Tide. And I was like,
It was so
I was
funny,
like, oh,
man.
okay. So it's gonna be this kind of game. It was a night game. So I was like, he got all day to get ready for this shirt to come off. So by the time we sat down, not even sat down, we just got to our seat and we're standing. Shirt just like I looked this way, I turned back and the shirt's gone. And I'm like, holy, and he's just doing this.
The players haven't even ran out the tunnel yet.
Nah, and so
And
that
he's
was
just getting lit.
that was just the start. And then we're playing ULM, Louisiana Monroe, the Warhawks. And
Handle business.
it's like we're handling business early in the first quarter. Something happens. I look at Cody, the crowd's going crazy. He's like, "What the hell is a Warhawk? It's a mythical creature." And that was just like the entire section is just staring at him, just
They're
laughing,
just
bro.
geeking,
Like,
dude. It
what
was so
what even
funny.
is a Warhawk? And so that became our mantra the rest of the game. And we had a good time though. We want to do more of those in person, just just videos and stuff, just to capture those crazy Cowboy
Crazy
Cody moments.
moments,
Because that
dude.
guy, man, he's one of the
That dude
best
is one of the
people to watch a football
biggest,
game with. I'll
dude,
tell you that.
just the biggest
Dog,
character all around.
I love the Cowboy Cody arc, but like that man, like we got to keep the Warhawk theme going. But
Yeah,
like the man, I wish he was on here today
I
because he just
know,
brings the firepower. But
dude.
he's
He
also like
does.
the perfect depiction of like Drewski whiteface skit. Like
Yeah,
that man
yeah,
was sunburned up from
yeah.
head to toe.
Oh yeah.
Turn on the tide. Like you gotta love that.
No, he's
Oh,
really
he
roll
was
tide. He's
worth
like
it.
roll tide Willie like 40 years ago. But yeah, so we missed Cody today. Anyways, we're gonna dive right into it. First of all, let's just get this out the way. This week is an absolute banger. We're not gonna be able to touch on all the games. Kind of feel bad about that, but at the same time, it is what it is. I mean, you can't get all the games. We got so many NFL games, so many good college games, bunch of ranked college football games that I feel like we'll probably hit, but for the most part, we got some SEC games we won't even talk about. Like, I mean, honorable mention here, Vandy, South Carolina will probably be a banger. I know we don't have Florida LSU in this because I just felt like I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about that one, but I do think LSU probably wins that game. Just wanted to go ahead and hit some honorable mentions. Brett, do you think LSU takes care of that in Death Valley?
Yeah, definitely. That was one that for me it kind of flew under the radar, but when I started looking at it, I feel like it's just like Death Valley late Saturday, and it's one of those where it's like I feel like Florida, after a kind of a letdown spot with South Florida this past week, they step up for three quarters. But I have LSU kind of taking control late into the fourth and winning by 10. Like I just feel like
Yeah.
it's one of those games where it's such a good game all the way through. But I think LSU covers at the end of the day and handles
Yeah.
business.
That's kind of how I think it goes too. I mean, obviously with the letdown like Florida had last week, they could, come ready to play because their season's like the season is almost over before it even started type thing with the
They can
Alabama
feel
Florida
it.
State thing, but it's a little different because you're at home. USF was not supposed to win, but to say all that, I mean, clearly we've seen crazier things. Like last year, Notre Dame lost to I'm gonna blank right here, Northern Illinois, I think by a field goal at the end. They went to the playoffs, so anything's possible, but I just want to hit on some honorable mentions. And I think one of the other games, Ole
I
Miss
do
and
have.
Arkansas is going to be a kind of a good game.
I would like to hear like one aspect of that game, just because I think it's like super interesting, right? Like, and I know we're gonna get into like Clemson, LSU,
Yeah.
but like, does LSU have something to prove too?
My dog's here. Sorry, guys. Yeah, LSU does have something to prove because last week wasn't the greatest against La Tech. The offense struggled. Brian Kelly was pretty upset. So I feel like that's not a good recipe for Florida. They're going to put belt to ass at the end, I think, and it's just going to be a good night game for both sides to come out with a lot of energy. But I do think old Nussie's going to get it done. That's Seth's Heisman pick, by the way. So I
It
know
is,
Seth's rocking
dude.
with LSU.
Oh, I'm rocking with them. I think they've got a definite good chance.
But their tight end, old boy, that's like 6'7" or 14. I can't remember his name. He's out this week. I'm pretty sure with the MCL sprain. So that will be something to monitor. But I mean, they still got weapons. So yeah, and then I was gonna say Ole Miss, Arkansas, pretty solid matchup. I think it's like a 9.5 point spread, Ole Miss. But Taylor Green in Arkansas with Bobby Petrino, you can't really sleep on that offense either. So that'll be interesting to watch. Well, we're going to officially start the preview with Clemson, number 12 Clemson. They are 3.5 point favorites as of now on the road versus Georgia Tech. The total is 54.5. So definitely just a couple of things before we dive into our picks. Both offenses I feel like have kind of been shaky. Clemson hasn't looked great, obviously, with the loss to start the year with LSU coming in. And then last week wasn't good against Troy. I looked at my phone, in between the Alabama game. I'm like, how is Troy in this game? And then I kind of looked at it later. It was just ugly. I think Garrett Riley, the OC, has been a hot, he's been a hot topic the last couple of years, but I feel like this year it's really looking rough to start the year with his play calling. And I think they're banged up too. So it's been a rough start to say the least. And then Georgia Tech, we know the Colorado game. I know we were all kind of talking about that before the game started on that last Friday. That I was leaning Georgia Tech to cover, but it was rough early because of those turnovers, like 3 turnovers in the first quarter. And I think both offenses have potential, but it's like right now the defenses are definitely ahead. I do like Brent Key as a head coach. I feel like I don't know what to expect out of Clemson right now, and I'm higher on Georgia Tech than some people. I know as a Georgia fan, Brett, you might not feel like that, but I guess a couple quick stats, and I'll literally just let everybody start talking. Georgia Tech, they are um, let's see, kind of questionable Haynes King, I feel like, but he's always banged up, so that's something to monitor. But I did see today, obviously, he's practicing, he's going to play, so I don't expect that guy to miss this game. So, I mean, really, I don't know what else to say other than Cade Klubnik has definitely been underwhelming for Clemson, and I feel like this is just a prove it game. They got to get back on track. So, do you think this is that game, Brett, or do you think Georgia Tech comes out and punches them in the mouth?
No, I mean, number one, I have to get out of the way. Huge dog fan. Georgia Tech's kind of got a soft spot because, like, they haven't really pushed us, even though they've taken us to overtime. They haven't beat us yet. So
Yeah.
until they beat us, always be rooting for them. And truthfully, I think this game's so unique, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it because, like, I think that the heart of a football team, I think of it like warriors going into battle. And I think of like, Game of Thrones in these scenes where it's like you have that one guy leading the boys, and it
Hmm.
comes down to quarterback play. And we have two guys that are, really veterans in the conference leading these teams. And so I'd love to hear like y'all's take on who's the better leader, who has more grit, and who actually has the confidence within the locker room to get it done on Saturday.
I think I'm gonna lean Haynes King right now because you referenced like how they didn't push Georgia the past few years, but last year was that one exception where they did go to the 7 or whatever 8 overtimes. I think like last year, first of all, he's always getting banged up. He's got that like Matthew Stafford, Big Ben toughness where he just gets hit and he's kind of like, now I'm ready. Like I'm once Big Ben would get hit, he'd go to the locker,
Oh,
come back, he'd sling for like 2 tutties in the fourth, and you're like, dude, this guy's money in the crunch time. Same with Stafford, he takes a bunch of shots, former dog. Like I think I'm gonna lean Haynes King. I do like him and Jamal in the backfield. Plus, I'm kind of like, I don't know, that coaching edge is obviously always gonna go to Sweeney because of the championships, but Brent Key's kind of cooking. So it's gonna be weird just to see how this is an early game, I think. I think it's like a 12 Eastern. But
Noon kicking it off.
I don't know. Just got that feeling that the Yellow Jackets might be out for some blood, but I don't know. I'm gonna say my prediction for the very end of this conversation, but yeah,
I
it's gonna
see
be a close one.
I see Seth over there stewing up something. Seth, what's your take on the
dude.
game?
I mean, I personally would love to see Clemson come back, and I know we've got a soft spot for Georgia guy here, but I would love to see Cade Klubnik just kind of come in and remind everybody why Cody would pick him for the Heisman. Because
Yeah.
Cody didn't pick him as the Heisman for no reason.
And
Because Cody got them sneaky picks,
he's looking
and
like a bum. Like
he's looking a little sketchy.
it's not
So
all on
this
him
is
either, because it is a coaching thing
that is true.
for the
Yeah.
offense. But We do
But
got
I'm
to
gonna
see more.
need to see something,
Why
man.
don't they
Yo,
take a page out of Georgia Tech's playbook, and just run him more and use his legs more? I don't know. I just feel like they gotta lean into that a little
I feel
bit.
like that's like the name of the game nowadays, man.
You gotta have
Cowboy
that dual
Having
threat.
that quarterback to be able to run.
Cowboy's not the only one who got him for Heisman. Your boy got a ticket too.
You
And
did?
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But I said runner up to Jeremiah Smith, so I don't know. What do I know?
but I think like truly with this game is like, you know, we know Haynes King's a warrior. Like this is
Mm-hmm.
what this man lives for. Like
Yeah.
he's that Jon Snow underdog. Let me get the boys going and let's chop the ogre's head off.
Yeah.
Klubnik's this guy who's been talked about all off season, and he got me and Cody to put $100 on him to win 900, and we ain't getting it back
Nope.
because he ain't producing. And
Nope.
it's like, this is your time to show us who you are because if y'all lose this game, you're not going to the playoff.
No.
And if you lose this game, you ain't being a starting quarterback in the NFL. So this
Uh-uh.
game's going to
Uh-uh.
show us who is the real team. Whoever wins this game is going to have playoff hopes going into the future.
Mm.
And whoever loses, well, I just don't want to hear from you. Shut up.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, I like
I
that.
like that. And I feel like right now it's getting spicy because the line opened at 6.5. It is now down to 2.5 even. So
Mmm.
this is on ESPN, and ESPN Matchup Predictor has Georgia Tech 56% chance to win.
They know
So
something.
yeah, I'm just saying, I don't know if that's just because Clemson looks so bad against Troy, so people are buying Georgia Tech, and that's why it's moving down, or it's just Georgia Tech looks like the better team. I think they're both kind of sloppy right now on offense, but it's just one of those things. Look, if Troy's hanging around, if you're not clicking on offense early, Georgia Tech get out. And if they're not turning the ball over, just protect that Rock Haynes and Jamal. And I think they got a shot really to win this game because yes, Clemson's got those dogs on the D line, but I will say Georgia Tech has not really given up sacks. I don't even think they've given up a sack, but I could be wrong about that. Maybe that's just because the Haynes King escapability, which it is true. But I think the O line's pretty tough. I think that's what Brent Key wants. He wants to kind of bring that edge and that toughness. So does Clemson, but they got screwed, in that first game. Like they didn't get screwed, but I'm saying like they had a chance to really start off hot. Now they're screwed. They're playing from behind essentially. They didn't look good last week, and they're gonna be. I feel like playing to. I mean, they're backed up in a corner, so you could see Clemson come out swinging, but at the same time, Georgia Tech's playing like just with house money. Like there's nothing to lose if you're Georgia Tech.
Dog, I think you
So
just hit it on the head. Sorry, Seth. You got
No,
no,
it.
you're
you're
good.
good.
Go ahead.
I was
Um,
just agreeing.
like I first of all, Jack Fortune, shout out the homie. He gonna be in the stands rooting the Ramblin' Rex on.
Oh, they're gonna win. If he's there, they're gonna win.
10 toes down. But like truthfully, like Klubnik is either gonna come in and me and Cody gonna have a ticket that still can be cash because they
Mm-hmm.
might win by 35. But if it's a close game,
Mm-mm.
like
Yeah.
if Clemson's up three after halftime, I'm throwing all grandma's money on Georgia Tech
Yeah.
because it's either
Yeah.
going to be a Clemson blowout or it's going to be a Georgia Tech win
Yeah.
deep into the fourth quarter. Just because, I mean, don't let that boy Haynes King get off at noon in Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-mm.
Nah. He's got 156 yards. He didn't even play last week. So, I mean,
Rest it
156,
up.
three tutties. He's rested up. Yeah, Jamal Haynes got 157 yards, two tutties. I think that's a scary duo. I don't really know if Georgia Tech will be able to throw the ball that much because Clemson they got some secondary weapons out there, with AJ's little brother, AJ Terrell's little brother, and what's the other dude? I'm missing his name, Ashton Hampton.
But they're talented.
They're talented. Their D line's good. That's why I'm kind of scared. But it's like I don't know. Something about Georgia Tech just feels like they got to get over this hump of the Clemson thing, and I think this is the year they could do it. So I will give my prediction officially to wrap this, put a bow on this. It's going to be a barn. It's going to be a. It's not going to be high scoring. I thought about it for a while. Thought it could be high scoring. Looked at it some more. I felt like it's an early kickoff, so those kind of games usually to me are uglier at first. Maybe it picks up in the third and the fourth, but I got Georgia Tech winning 24-23.
Mm.
Very close. Very close. Seth?
Mm. I mean, I'm gonna keep going with the fact that Clemson figures something out here. I'm gonna go like 42-28.
Okay. So you got a little shootout, but
I got a little shootout because
yeah.
Clemson's still struggling, but Clemson's gonna hold the
And
reins for a little bit.
I could see that version, that outcome. I just don't know. I don't know what to expect out of Clemson.
That's fair.
But I mean, Jamal Haynes, you said it earlier, he's got the juice, and I was saying it about Haynes King being Jon Snow. And like in the Battle of the Bastards, he's climbing up, and that man is going to do it in the fourth quarter, and he's going to will Georgia Tech. And it might be time for, listen, I love Dabo, and I'll go to church with him on Sunday, but it might be time for him to give up Saturday. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I
So
like that.
you think the Dabo coaching days are numbered in Clemson?
No, but he just needs a quarterback, and I'm pissed off about my Kate
Yeah, you're taking.
Klubnik
Yeah,
Heisman bet, so I'm going to run
I
with
get
it.
it. That makes sense. So, what was your score prediction, Brett?
Yeah, I got 34-28, Georgia Tech late. I maybe on a buzzer beater. We don't even have to keep the field goal. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be
Okay,
fire. That'd be
I like
fire.
that.
Yeah. So two Georgia Tech, one Clemson. I'm trying to look. Cody was actually typing in one of the notes that we have his pick. Let me see what Cody has.
He didn't have one
He's
yet.
too
That
scared to
was
make a
me.
pick.
I
Yeah.
put
Okay.
mine in
All
there.
right. Never mind. So yeah, that was it for the Georgia Tech Clemson game. I feel like it's interesting that line keeps moving down. So that's something to monitor.
They definitely are. They definitely know a little something going on.
Yeah, but we'll see. So next up, we got your team, Brad. We're gonna preview this, and you're gonna have the floor for most of it because I want to hear your insight. This is why you're on the show, man, so you can give me that dog information that I don't know. But I will go ahead and do a quick little, I guess, my preview that we have. Basically, both teams are 2-0. Georgia hasn't played I guess a tough opponent, Austin P. They look kind of nice, I guess, respectable, whatever. Tennessee opened up the year against Syracuse. They kind of were in a high scoring battle. Syracuse did look okay. They beat UConn in a crazy OT game last week, which hit my parlay, thank the Lord. But yeah, so they blew out ETSU 72-17. Tennessee did last week. Joey Aguilar, if you don't know, said this guy came from UCLA. Basically, Tennessee and UCLA, they swapped quarterbacks. So we had that whole Nico Iamaleava, in the spring, he decided, I want more money. Tennessee said, you can leave, kick
Hmm.
rocks. Do you want
Oh,
to
I do remember
UCLA?
that. I do remember
They
that.
swapped quarterbacks basically. And Joey Aguilar was from App State initially, and he did transfer to UCLA. So he's been around. So he's a little bit of a vet. He's looked good so far this year, and the two games they played. Not crazy sample size, but we know Josh Heupel and that offense, they can fly, and he runs it pretty well. He's not the most I don't know. He's not the most. Um, I feel like when he starts turning the ball over, when he starts pressing, that's when it can get really ugly for him. So I'm kind of really interested to see how he plays because I think he played Georgia a couple years ago. I might be wrong about this when he was at App State, Brett, but I know that that's gonna be something to monitor. They are 16-6 in their last 22 home games. I think against the spread, Tennessee is. So yeah, then you got Georgia. Obviously, I mentioned they won 28-6 last week, and they didn't really. I think they've been on a 8-game win streak against Tennessee. The last time they've lost was in 2016 on that crazy Hail Mary.
Yeah, I was in the stands in that game.
Were you really?
Athens, Georgia. Yeah, tough times, but that's also, I mean, I guess I'll open it up. Like, I think it's perfect what you said is like, I'm a Georgia fan, but we played Marshall to open up the season. We played Austin P, and it's tough to know who we are and what we have, right? So
Yeah.
going into this game, like it's a big question mark. It's not like we have a ton of returning talent. Like there's been some very bright spots on every side of the ball in terms of like the newcomers, Elijah Griffin manning up the defensive line, the Branch brothers coming in and providing that spark. And we know that Gunner's going to give us something, but what we've seen so far isn't, enough to even tell us who we are. And so this is going to be a litmus test. I'm going to toss it back to y'all before I kind of give my final like monologue to Kirby and the boys and kind of finish out this note. But like I think as a Georgia fan, just being honest, we're stepping in trying to figure out who we are because I think even as a fan base, we're not totally sure how good we are yet, if
Right.
that makes sense.
Nah, yeah, I hear you. And I think like here's the thing, just from a betting aspect, just to set the stage for that, I didn't even say in the beginning like I normally would. It opened at a 6.5 spread for Georgia. It went down to 3.5 as of today, but sometimes, it's not always it's not like always a good sign. Like you can't just see like, oh, the line's going down. Like let me hammer Tennessee or let me hammer Georgia Tech. Sometimes you get bit like that because I think last year Georgia went to Texas. That line opened up like a touchdown or so, and then it went down towards Texas, and then we saw what happened. Georgia kind of put belts to ass in that game a little bit. So I feel like this could be a game where Georgia does that. They could look slow to start, but then they kind of do what they do and they turn the ball. They get turnovers. They press. Because I think here's the deal. In reality, I think for Georgia's defense, we know what they are more than we know about the offense. I think that the biggest thing is Georgia's O line and run game, and then can
Mhm.
Stockton really do some stuff when he needs to instead of just like letting it. I guess the scripted stuff will be fine to start the game, and then it's just like okay, once we saw Caleb Williams on Monday night, go off script, it was bad. I'm not saying that they're the same kind of player, but I feel like we just
Bro, don't
don't
do
know.
that to my boy Gunner.
No,
Come
no,
on
no.
now.
He's
He don't
not Caleb
deserve that, bro.
Williams.
He
But
don't
let's
deserve
just see. Let's see like how he does on the road when it's not scripted and it gets to where it's a 3rd and 9 or you're down by 3 in the third. Like one of the if it's like that, like how he handles it. But I do think honestly I know way more about the defense than I feel like the offense. The defense has been elite and it will continue to be elite as long as Kirby's there. But the offense, we know I'll say my last little thing is that they got weapons. They got weapons. Like I'm not worried about the weapons. I just want to see them be used correctly. So, with that being said, how do they do that?
that. So I want to hear Killen's thoughts on this game because as a gambler man, I know which way I think
Think I'd be going. Uh-oh.
you're
Uh,
leaning.
where do you
So
what?
before I get into my spill,
Yeah, what are you thinking,
Dude,
man? Do you have a gut feeling in this game?
I like if I had to go just off the dome, I would definitely go Georgia. I want to see Georgia continue to cook up a little bit. I don't really like Tennessee as much, but I like you said they have weapons, but I just need to see how they use them.
I think
Need to see them cook.
I think I'm just like here's the deal. Tennessee, they
you're
are
gonna
gonna go
have.
they're gonna go fast. So
He's betting on Tennessee. He's been reading the lines, bro. I can
see,
tell he
that's
got it
like,
all
hold
on his
on. Like
face, dog.
Tennessee's
It's
looking
like,
like
I like Georgia, but I'm going Tennessee.
they're a little home dog, man. It's looking like it's tempting. It's definitely tempting. When I saw it go down, I was like, I mean, it's not like in
Dude,
Neyland Stadium, we know Bama has gone down twice in the last 3 years there. It is a tough place to play. But to be fair, Bama has played Tennessee closer recently than Georgia has. And I think last year Tennessee went to Georgia and they got out to a 10-0 lead. And then you were like, okay, is this the year? But then Georgia went on a 34 to whatever run it was, and Carson kind of cooked the rest of the way. So I feel like it could start like that even here, but I just don't know. I'll give you the you can really talk about Georgia after I say this, but I don't know enough about Joey Aguilar against an elite defense. I just don't. So like Syracuse is cool and all. It looks cute that you put up 40 something points in a turf field to start the year, but yeah, you're at home. You could use that run game. I know they like to run the rock. I feel like they got good backs. The D line for Tennessee versus Georgia's O line will be interesting, but for offense for Tennessee, I could see them, sputtering at times, and they're going to have to kick some field goals instead of score, which sometimes is not the best idea against Georgia.
So I kind of just want to open up a discussion, and it'll take like 5 minutes. And Killen, you're a Auburn fan.
Yeah, a
yeah,
lukewarm Auburn
yeah. A
fan, to say the
lukewarm,
least.
lukewarm
Hey,
Auburn fan
Yeah,
is the best
it's
way to put it right
yeah,
there.
hey, it might be time to turn the stove up. Y'all looking
Oh
nice,
wait,
hey,
bro,
but
yeah,
I'm about to bring it back out.
hey,
yeah.
there ain't nothing wrong with fixing up the back wheel on the bandwagon, get that bitch rolling down the
Yeah,
road.
come on,
Exactly.
go
Nah,
go
come on.
full Tiger down. All right, go
Uh,
ahead, Brett.
yeah, so I just want to open the discussion. Whose kingdom is this? College football. Because there was somebody who was sitting on the throne for about 15 years, and now he's sitting at the lake, letting Miss Terry tell him what to do on a daily basis. So whose kingdom is this?
Okay, so it was Georgia's, and it still could be Georgia's, but I'm sneakily feeling like Ohio State might be here to stay for a little while because of the NIL stuff. That's all. And I don't believe in the Texas thing. I do think they got money to do it, but for some reason, Ohio State, I feel like with the way the Big Ten is moving with the NIL, they're getting some players, and we know what they got on offense every year. Defense looks nasty too. And I'm just thinking that they can at least hang with the Georgias and the Texases of the world. So it's going to be between Georgia. I would probably say Georgia, Ohio State, like 1A, 1B right now, but it's gonna be close. It's a telling year though.
So I'm gonna say something. Number one, Ryan Day's head, a crown doesn't fit it. I think we can all agree on that. Like that head just doesn't deserve a crown.
It's an
You
awkward
know, they
head.
have this, and that's why I like Kirby. Like as a Georgia fan, like you hearing this talk, we got Alabama people saying put a crown on Ryan Day's head. Like this is your kingdom. Like
Hey,
the
I'm
reason
giving
why,
Georgia that 1A at least.
because you afraid of Kirby.
Oh,
Kirby,
I know
these
what Kirby's capable
hey,
of.
Kirby, reclaim our spot on the throne this weekend. Show them why we got the best Warriors like Nick Saban used to have, the toughest, the strongest, the team that plays together stronger than anybody else. They out here saying Ryan Day deserves the crown when this is your kingdom. Show them what you're made of because this is the weekend. I mean, we played Austin P and Marshall. It's time to go into a big boy game in a big boy stadium and shut the door. And
Yeah.
if we do that, I mean, it's wide open because I'm just going to say Texas hasn't showed us much with Arch
Oh no,
yet.
no, 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 no. Yeah, no, I don't think it's Texas. I think it's definitely going to be Georgia until, last year wasn't what, everybody thought it would end up being, but it was still a good year overall. If you look at it, they went kind of, farther than people thought, even with Carson Beck at the how that played out. Like I think after the Bama game and after the Ole Miss game, people were like, man, like this is bad. But they picked it up enough to where they had a shot. He got hurt. It is what it is. But you have years like that. Bama had those years. We had years where we would be a two-loss team or whatever, or one-loss team that wasn't that good or whatever it was. We'd have something come up. So that happens in a dynasty run. Georgia is still in the beginning of theirs if this is what they want it to be, and I feel like they can get to that, but it's harder now with the NIL thing. That's all I think it's interesting just because of the NIL. Like it's just transfer portal NIL, it makes it tough to have depth. So
Dog, it's so even across the board. Like I'm not even gonna lie, Killen's team over at Auburn
I know.
is super good, and
Also,
like
it's even when we are talking, like we're not talking about it, but like I'm watching stuff and everybody's hyped for Vanderbilt, South Carolina, because there's actually quality teams in the
Hmm.
SEC.
it's crazy, dude. I will say one thing about Alabama, which I think it might have been like a little bit of like just too sudden in the emotions running for her. But there was like a lady who was wearing all Alabama outside of like a local Japanese restaurant. Shout out Seasons of Japan. And she stopped and she was like, "What is the boy doing to my life?" She was like, "I ain't never in my life got a cream cheese ragu.
Oh my
And
God.
and the
You gotta
boy
go
making me
stress
do it."
eat.
And I had to look at her and be like, "Do y'all not know how spoiled y'all were
Now,
for
those are the dumb
18
Bama fans.
years?"
Those are the ones that live in the trailers that we got to worry about. Those are the
I
ones that
know,
we
but
don't we don't we don't
dog,
associate with like as ball knowers. That's like we know we're spoiled. So like when we lose, it's like yeah, feel free to shit on Bama because it's like we deserved it because we were doing what we were doing. Everybody's talking shit. Like I get it. I'm not like ever gonna be the fan that's like tripping if you're talking bad about Bama because I'm more like as I've gotten older, it's gotten easier to understand like what I've grew up witnessing because that just doesn't happen. But it's like now people are gonna freak out because they were so, like you said, spoiled if they're just casual fans that if you lose one game, I mean, everything's over. But now it's like NIL, transfer portal, people are gonna lose, bro. Like these schedules are tough. I'm looking at Alabama's schedule the rest of the way. I'm like, damn. And then Georgia's schedule, last year was hard. Florida's schedule is insane. It's like you're gonna go through the season and be lit to be 9-3 some years because I feel like that is gonna happen. And then you're gonna say, you know what? Yeah, they're in the playoff because guess what? There's like five teams that they just played that were top 25. Like we can't knock that. So
but also like what's amazing about it is like look at the slate of games. Like we're talking about Clemson at
beautiful.
Georgia Tech
I
on
know.
week 3, like 4 years ago. That
That
would have
spread
been
that spread would have been 27.5.
at least like that would have been
Easily.
one that we had on like if the
ESPN
regular cable went off.
ESPNU.
Yeah,
It would
if
have
the CW was on or something
Oh,
like
dude,
that.
CW picked up a game this week, apparently. I saw that. But yeah. That's right though. I mean, it is gotten I'm looking at it like even some of the like first of all, South Florida, Miami, people are hyping it. Like that's a hype game. South Florida's 18. They're a 17.5 point underdog, but they were last week too, and we saw what they did. So I mean, I don't expect them to do that again. But yeah, then you got even Arkansas, who is bottom of the SEC, is sneakily gonna surprise people, I feel like, because of their quarterback and offensive coordinator. And they might still be 6-6, but like they're good 6-6. Like it's not like they're trash. LSU, Florida, like that's a good game, but It's one of those games where one of those teams can lose and your season's still not over. Even Florida, like it's not over.
Listen, I'm a little ADHD, so I'm gonna take this off the tracks, and then I'm gonna try to take
Take it
this off the
off.
tracks again. Eventually, I'm gonna pull us back on the track. So this is the last thing I'll say.
You're
I feel
good.
like Arkansas is kind of like the Sacramento Kings. Like you
Oh,
hear about them in the
yeah.
news, but it's like I ain't watched a game. I might watch one game in 5 years of Arkansas. Like I only watch them every once in a blue
And you
moon.
turn
But
it on,
like,
their offense is scoring 100, and you're like, wait
yeah,
a
and you're
minute.
like, damn, they might have a little
Like, wait a
juice.
minute. They
But
took
it's
the
like,
Warriors to 7. It's like, hold up.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like they're the team you kind of hear has got a little bit of juice, but like somehow they never make the watching slate. It's just I had to throw that
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, but I'll like look at my phone. I'm like, damn, they just played Ole Miss 48-45, and Taylor Green had 6 tutties and 4 picks. It's like, what? That's what I expect out of that game, by the way. A scrappy performance, but it's going to be, what is the total? 61.5? Yeah, that's going over
Bro, and then
easily.
we're gonna look like draft time. We're gonna be like, Arkansas has a top 15 wide receiver.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, where did
easily.
this come from?
Easily. Yeah, and I think I mean Vanderbilt, South Carolina, dude. Who would have ever thought that we'd be hype about that? 4.5 point spread. South Carolina is number 11, and they're only favored by 4.5 at home versus Vanderbilt.
Seller, the only thing I know is like I haven't watched that cat. I watched him all last year. He's good from Vanderbilt. Sellers, the dude's an athletic freak though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's one of those games where it's like I'm just not even gonna touch it because I could see it going both ways, but
Mutual opponent here. They both already played Virginia Tech. South Carolina was kind of not great in that game in a neutral site, and then Vanderbilt last week went on the road to Vatech, won 44-20.
bro,
So
Pavia's got some.
yeah, you know how he did us, so I'm not even gonna say nothing bad about Pavia. But he does come to Bama this year, and I'm still scared. Like I still am worried. That's like a mini Johnny Manziel right there. So it's just all fun. The SEC games are crazy. Even the Big Ten games, like we're Illinois is good, Indiana was good last year, whatever. But like they're watchable. They're gonna be competitive. Missouri's 25. Like Bama has to go to them in a few weeks. Like, that's not an easy game. Texas Tech
Dog,
is number 21. They spent 20 million in the NIL, and they're looking like they're going to blow out Oregon State by 40 this week. Like
That's
it's
true.
never been a more fun time to be a college football fan.
it's so fun. Like I was skeptical about NIL and the 12-team playoff. Now I'm like, bring it on. Like I'm loving it. Even if it means Bama's kind of cooked for the long haul now, it's just like whatever. We had our run. We can still win one every now and then, but like, I mean, dude, how can I complain if I love football? Because you turn it on back in the day, there's like 3 games that were solid, and you had to wait. Like it'd be like one game at 12 was good, one's at 3:30 that's good. Now there's like 4 like every slate that you can turn on and be like, this is pretty fun. Like this is a good game. So I
But
love
hey,
it.
now y'all just gotta understand why Kirby gotta let the boys go fast. Everyone paying, let the boys go fast. Let them run a red light. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God, they'd be running every red light.
Hey, ain't
So,
no ain't no speed limit sign making a difference in Athens, Georgia.
hey, speaking of going fast though, they're gonna have to go fast on defense against Tennessee. Do you think that is something that's gonna trouble y'all? I don't think it will, but is that a concern?
No, I mean, just to like finish it off, I think like we're gonna end up, I really don't even know the final score. I think Kirby's gonna get it done. I think our defense is gonna be able to step up, handle business. I think it's gonna be what you said off the rip. Like, can our offensive line get the push for Nate Frazier to do his thing? And then like if we need him to, is Gunner gonna be able to step up and make the big throws? And is Bobo gonna be able to make the right calls? And I don't know if we don't know, dog. I mean, it's like Pandora's box. We're gonna have to open up it. We're gonna have to
See
open
what
it
we
up and
get.
see.
But it's like y'all always will play at FCS school, and it's like, and they look all right. It's Austin P. They only scored 28, and then next week they put that belt to ass against a good team. And you're like, oh, that's Georgia. So I got Georgia winning, and I'm gonna say my prediction right now, a little close, just because I feel like it'll be a last minute touchdown to make it look closer than it actually was. But I got 27-20 Georgia. But like I said, could see it being more like a 2 touchdown game, and then they just kind of had a garbage touchdown at the end. But that's what I got. I just think it'll be a little bit of a rock fight early, but then Georgia pulls away. I do like Georgia's personnel a little bit more on offense, but we'll see. I mean, Gunner Stockton's got to show me something, so it's time, get that thing going. But Georgia could be nasty.
I mean, it's just gonna be a litmus test, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Kirby.
Seth, you got a pick, man? What's your score prediction?
What for the Georgia?
Tennessee
We
game.
got
Yeah,
back on track.
yeah, we're on track, man. Are you
I'm
here?
sorry.
No, I'm fucking around. Um, I know I said I might be a betting man, but I'm gonna give it a close 28-24 Georgia.
Mm,
Like it.
I'm gonna go a little close. I
yeah.
believe that's on the under too.
I don't think so, actually.
No,
No,
it's
I
the
think
under.
it's
What is it? 43.
no, it's like 49 or something,
Oh, so I'm
or
barely
maybe
cutting
it's like
that.
47. But yeah, it's
I'm on the cusp.
yeah, I think I might be on the cusp too. It's 49
49
and
and a
a half.
half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said 27 to 20, so mine be under. But
I
I
like
just
that.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see, man. But I'm excited for that game. Hope you guys learned something with your litmus test this week, Brett.
I
So
hope I hope it's not acidic. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah, yeah. We hate Orange up there, man. That stadium, I went there once when I was like 10. It was terrible. It's just one of those that's like so big that they get all the highest, like, oh, there Tennessee has the highest attendance this week, blah blah blah. And then you sit down in the actual stadium. It's first of all, it's ancient. Sure, they've
It's a
touched it
terrible
up,
town.
and it's terrible. And like all the seats are like this, so you're on top of everybody. It just sucks. I hate that place.
Listen, I love Katniss Everdeen, but like Knoxville looks like you're in like District 12. It's like the worst fucking place ever. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
I don't remember too much because I was young, but I just remember being like, this is just a weird vibe. Like I don't love it. But it is what it is. To each their own. Next game is going to be the college game day game. So it's an absolute banger, I feel like, with Texas A&M number 16 goes to number 8, Notre Dame, who's a 6.5 point favorite. Total is 49.5, just like the Georgia game. So yeah, let's just dive into that real quick. First of all, they played last year in A&M. So they got the home and home. They lost, A&M lost last year. And I think, what was it, 23 to 13? Yeah, 23 to 13, low scoring game. Will it be like that this year? I don't know. You got another year of that Mike Elko regime, and now they have Marcel Reed. So he wasn't the quarterback to start last year. I think it was Connor Wakeman or whatever, and then they went to Marcel Reed. So that's different. Then you have Notre Dame, who only has played one game, which is odd that they had a bye week after the Miami game. On the pod, we called Miami was going to win, and I actually said 27-24. Cody said it was going to come down to a field goal. Both things came true. I was more higher, and I texted you, Brett, like, I don't know, but I think Carson Beck's that guy when it comes to experience, right? At least. And he looked good. And it's like CJ Carr is just young on the road. It's tough, but now he's at home. He's got a week to prepare or extra week to prepare. A&M, they want to bring that toughness, just like Brent Key and Georgia Tech. Like, they want to out physical you. They want to run the ball. They want to be they got guys too on the outside. Like they got KC Concepcion that transferred in. He's looking like a dog. Marcel Reed can run the rock. We know what their running backs are capable of. Then there's the whole Notre Dame running the ball, which didn't work out against Miami.
It didn't happen.
They have the best running back, I think, in the country. Got 10 carries. So that's got to change.
Bro, did he get 10?
He got 10, and he still, yeah, he was like out rushed or out. His rush attempts were still less than CJ Carr's, I believe, which is insane. And then yeah, we have A&M who has had two games so far against bad teams. UTSA, Utah State, they both were like 44 to 22. And their defense could be better, right? It could be a little bit better. They're giving up some deep explosive plays. I do think Notre Dame can expose them in that area. I do think if CJ Carr hits these transfer wide receivers that they got, it could be one of those games where we see some fireworks. But will it happen? I don't know. It's just CJ Carr, man, and like I trust the coaching for Notre Dame to get it figured out sooner than later. But I'm gonna leave you guys the floor and kind of give me your thoughts essentially on this game.
Mm.
Seth,
Seth, you want to take it away?
Oh man, I
well,
feel like
first of
it's a
all,
bit of a tough one.
you picked Miami too with us that first game.
Yeah, I
Okay,
believe
okay,
I did at
yeah.
least.
You did. So we're all on that. I just want to make sure. Um, But Seth,
Oh yeah,
Jeremiah Love, the running back we're talking about, he's probably like in dynasty drafts next year. He will be that Ashton
number
Genty.
one.
Yes, like he should be the one running back. I feel like in this class. So they didn't run him last week or 2 weeks ago when they played Miami. It was like 10 carries for him. So that's what we're talking about. I mean, are you concerned about that at all? Like, is that something you think they're gonna have to do, or is it just gonna be like, yeah, well, like clearly they're gonna give him the ball more than 10 times at home?
I mean, I would hope so. I mean, if this is an Ashton Genty we're talking about here, I'm feeding that man 30 carries on some Derrick Henry shit.
And I think that's what they got to do. They
I
got to
mean, I feel like
control the
that's
ball.
exactly what you have to do.
Right.
And I mean, I mean, they're in a good spot, I guess, for playoffs for now, but I mean, feel like you'd want to win games, and if you want to win games, you'd play your damn best player.
Yeah. And this like one of those things where their schedule is not it's not like the most like hardest on paper. And I think there's games that, you got to win in your season to show the committee. And they could be one of those teams that go 0-2 to start the year and they could win 10 games and to say, you know what? You're still left out because you lost to Miami and Texas A&M, and you haven't really played anybody other than them. And like USC, they play them all the
Yeah,
time. Like that's kind of it.
dude. I
So they
mean,
got to win. It's like back against the wall. You got to win. You're at
it's
home.
a hard team to win against, especially after the defense.
Yeah. They
Held them
did
to
get
2 and
well,
14 on third downs.
yeah, and they were bullied by that Miami O line, which people said Miami's O line was going to be better, and they were. And I looked into it, and they did have some guys that were going under the radar. And Notre Dame was getting glazed, dude. Like you cannot. Notre Dame's one of those fan bases. You can't say anything bad about them on social media. They will come find you. And I was like on social media, like looking at stuff in our comments or whatever. Everybody's like Notre Dame by 2 touchdowns. Notre Dame this and that. Like y'all are crazy. Miami's not good. There's no way Carson Beck does this. I'm like, all right, we're gonna see because. You can say all that, but you still got to go play the damn game. And they did, and they got down early, and they could have been a lot worse, but I'll give CJ Carr some props. He kind of looked better in that second half, and he's got capability to throw it more than like a Riley Leonard did. But it's like, dog, can we run the ball with Jeremiah Love at all? Like at all?
At
Because
all.
it's gonna work eventually, right? Like just feed that man.
I agree.
Yeah. And I mean, I will say, like, Carr, the kid's got grit. Like, he stepped up in that game and, like, threw a no look pass for a freshman that, like, or, first year starter. And it's like, he showed us what he could do. And now I don't want to say this, definitely my Catholic brothers and sisters out there, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Yes, I've been confirmed. Don't come after my boy in the comments, but he's throwing it up. Praise God. But number one, like, Marcus Freeman has a week. Like, I think he's that dude. Young team, young quarterback. I think A&M could cover, but like you said, like they go 0-2, they're probably not able to come back from it and get in the
Yeah.
playoffs. So it's like, give me Notre Dame by 4. I think A&M's up 3 late. I think Jeremiah Love gets the handoffs and ends up pulling it out. But like, bro, you give a good coach a week off, I feel like they got a game plan, a way to win it.
Yeah.
Am I tripping?
You literally just hit it nail on the head because you said by 4, and that's exactly what I got. 28-24 Notre Dame. I do think Texas A&M covers. They're going to play really well because they also have something to prove. After last year losing early in the season, they feel like they built a team to hang with Notre Dame and stuff. And I think,
And they're
look,
good.
they're good. I just worry about the defense on the road and that young quarterback. Marcel Reed will have to use his legs. And I think like I mean, just being honest, not like I can't predict shit. It's like I'm not gonna say this dude's gonna get hurt because I don't want that. But like
Oh no, that would be foul.
he's a smaller frame guy. So I guess what I'm saying is like I'm worried about if they run him too much, right? If they get in a situation where they feel like, hey, we don't need to we don't want to press here and throw because we're down. We're gonna try to run this man a little bit, run it, and then he gets hit a couple of times. He's hurt, his rib hurts. He can't throw it that well. You see that happen to these dual threat guys, and I think they got to monitor that. They got to be able to hit those shots when it happens early in the game. Like they got to hit the deep ball to KC. They got to be able to move out the pocket, hit some tight end crossers and like out quick outs. Like they got to do that quick because if you don't, then you have the ball control aspect of Notre Dame. Like, okay, we got up 7. Oh, we stopped them. Bet we're going to run the ball 12 times in this next quarter with Jeremiah Love, and then we're going to get up 14-3 at half. And then it's like now you're playing from behind, and it's going to be rough.
Killer.
What up?
Listen, I don't want to put. Did this man just chat? Do we need to run it back? Did this man just say Marcel is going to get an ACL tear on
I didn't say
Saturday?
that.
I didn't.
I
Mean,
didn't
he
say
said
that.
he didn't want to.
I
He
just
said he
said,
didn't.
watch out.
No, you said you didn't want to predict it. I just want to say,
Hey,
chat. Can we run it back?
Chad,
Did
can we
he-
clip that, Chad?
clip
Yeah.
it.
Chad,
Wait,
can we
because that
clip
would number one, it would get a lot of numbies, maybe hate numbies. But
They
did
gonna
you
hate
just
me.
predict that Marcel
hate
Reed
numbies.
ACL tear
No.
on
I
Saturday?
you said ACL. I didn't
No,
say
that's
ACL.
what I thought you
I
said.
said rib. If he gets hit,
For real?
rib's a little better than ACL. Okay, Look, if he's getting hit 12 times a game, I'm thinking, what's his name? Devontae Smith transfers from Alabama, the safety. If that dude comes in, lays the boomstick, I'm telling you right now, Marcel Reed's gonna be sore the next week. And so, not wishing anybody to get hurt. I'm saying they need to be careful because if you get down and yeah, you're gonna have to throw that rock. And if old buddy's got a busted rib or something, you ain't gonna be able to throw the rock. So let's go ahead and make sure my boy is not the RB1. Let's use our running backs. Let's hit the deep balls early so we don't gotta do that. But they're gonna
Right.
struggle, I feel like, on the road at times.
Can I just have 3 seconds? Marcel, if you see this clip before Saturday, take out an insurance policy, brother. Do
Please,
yourself a
Go ahead and
favor,
take it out.
please.
please, brother, because we don't want anything to happen to you financially. But you get the NLL money. I respect it. You're good. It's all right. But let's just be smart. That's all I'm saying.
If you do that, I will I'll give
Careful.
you
Be
I'll
careful.
listen, yeah, I'll train with you for you to rehab for 1 month if you choose to accept that offer. Now
Right.
I assume you won't almost said something crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there we
let's
go.
not do that.
We're backtracked it. We're good. We're back. So 28 to 24 is my prediction. Brett said by 4. Seth, your prediction officially.
If
You're
he
gonna make it a
snaps his
sweep.
ankle,
Oh, whoa. Time out. He's not snapping his ankle. He's not tearing ACL. If he
This
gets hurt,
man.
if he gets hurt, I swear I did not want this to happen. I swear.
dude, if he gets hurt, I'm gonna be
If it's like
geeking.
first play of the game, I'm FaceTiming one of y'all and I'm gonna be like, I'm buying a lottery ticket. But anyways, go ahead.
Dude, I'm gonna go low key. Um,
Don't say that.
Fibula.
Oh no, 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 no.
give me 32-28. And
Who?
then Texas A&M.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm
So
gonna go that. I'm gonna go a little
he's not
upset.
getting hurt.
I'm gonna go a little upset because I think their defense is gonna cook.
Really?
I have a feeling that
I
it's gonna be
mean,
Raps.
okay, we'll see, man. I feel like they gonna struggle. I think with Jeremiah Love this game. I do feel like that's gonna
The
happen.
backup's gonna come in. He's gonna cook.
The backup quarterback.
Nope, nope. The backup of the ACL tear.
Oh yeah, after Marcel Reed gets boomed, yeah, then
Yep.
he's gonna come in and save the day. Last
Mm-hmm.
second Hail Mary.
Last second, Hail Mary.
Look, man, we do not want injuries to happen. I want to repeat that. Anyways,
chat, run it back. Find the clip.
it's okay. Good thing I get to edit these videos. No, I'm just kidding. All right,
Now you
so we're
gotta
done
edit
with the
them.
college football officially. That was fun. I feel like we touched on even games we didn't even want to touch on, but it was good. I mean, there's a lot of games, so we're gonna try our best to not, do one thing more. Like we don't want to talk too much college or too much NFL. So let's get right into the NFL next.
Mm,
We have the Commanders are, I think, 3.5 point underdogs at the Packers. Packers just came off of a pretty dominating performance against the Lions, and then the
Packers are looking
Commanders
really good.
look pretty good against the Giants, which that is the Giants. So, quick thoughts. Let's see. Bill Krosky, Merritt, that boy Ja'Cory, he's toting that rock. I picked him up in one of the dynasties. Thank the Lord that Griffin dropped him. But Bill's looking like that guy. They got Debo looking like prime Debo, not that chunky Chuz Debo. That's
Not that
gone.
chunky Chuz Demo,
He's
Debo. I
gone
said
now,
Demo.
so he's looking like he's prime Debo. And then what else we got? We got Austin Eckler's kind of, the dump off guy still. Terry, you
Where's
gotta get
Terry?
healthy. Terry's got to get. I mean, he's there, like he's healthy, but he's got to get more accustomed to the condition after holding out. So that's the thing to monitor. Packers look like they're gonna be Super Bowl contenders. Michael Parsons came
Packers look
over,
disgusting.
started cooking, wrecking shit, and I feel like what? I mean, they are missing some secondary guys. Like they used to have Jair. They're not really that great at corner, but they got one of the best safeties in Xavier McKinney. Led, it was like 6 or 7 picks last year, second in the league. I think Edgerrin Cooper next to Micah is going to be pretty good for the future. And yeah, I like what they got there, and I feel like losing Kenny Clark, like yeah, the interior run, sometimes you might struggle, but they held Jahmyr Gibbs and Monty to like 2 yards a carry the whole game. So that was impressive to me. So I feel like what does that say about this Commanders team? Are they gonna have to throw the ball 40 times? Like last week, they threw it 30 something and they were still winning that whole game. They still chose to throw it a bunch. So is that their identity now? Like, gonna be throwing that rock?
I got the Packers money line,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna start off saying that, but like, no, that was not the same Lions team that we watched last year.
No,
Just like the play
no.
calling was different, so it's like it's tough to kind of balance out like how good are the Packers because I think they're good,
Right.
but I don't think they played a Commanders good team. Like I think this is going to be a much more back and forth, hard fought game than the
Yeah.
Lions Packers game was, and I'll say that.
I agree. Said, do you think this is a shootout of any sorts on a Thursday night? Usually these games can be kind of ugly, but this is one I feel like will probably not be like that.
Dude, I mean, I think that Packers are just gonna eat. I think. I mean, I think Michael Parsons is gonna eat them up.
I mean, they did. I will say, Commanders did go get old Tunzel from the Texans
Larry,
before the year.
oh Larry,
Oh, Laramie Tunzel. Yeah, they definitely
Larry
need that
T.
man. They need
LT.
that man. But LT against old MP. We'll see what happens this week. I feel like I'm gonna give the Packers the dub by like 4, maybe. Maybe they cover. But it's gonna be a good game. I'm gonna say Jaden Daniels will throw probably a couple tuds, maybe one on the ground, but he probably throws a pick when he least needs it. So I think Xavier McKinney gets one, that could be a big swing in the game. And then I do trust Josh Jacobs to go crazy. And I feel like here's another thing, little stat popper here. Last week they only ran like 47 plays against the Lions because they were cooking, right? They had the ball like in short yard territories. They didn't have to run a lot of long drives. This week, just saying for betting purposes, hammer these overs on some of the Packers because there's going to be a lot of opportunities for these dogs to throw, to run. Like they're going to play about 20% more plays minimum. So you're going to see more runs, more throws to the rookie wide receiver Matthew Golden, who only got 2 targets last week. I mean, you would assume Jayden Reed gets something. I mean, he's healthy, I think, right now. I think Tucker Kraft, who I have in fantasy, will have a decent game, but I just feel like overall points will come and it's going to come often. I think the first half will probably whatever the over is like 23 and a half, that should hit. I think that's going to be free. And I think Commanders still hang around late and it's going to be like a high. Like I'm going to go 30 to 26. That's what I'm going to say. 30-26 Packers.
Okay, I like it.
Brett, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, so the only thing I have is I think it's going to be a back and forth game. If I had to score predict, I'd say 24-28. I'm going to give the lean to the Packers, but I'm cooking up no sponsors, betterlock.com, a little anytime touchdown parlay. And I'm going to
Okay.
tell you where we're
Okay.
getting it at. So I have Terry McLaurin. I think he's going to get his first of the year. And I'm
That's
going
valid. I
with
like that.
Josh Jacobs. And so the odds are plus 230. They're not juicy, but if you put a schmuck on it, you can take your grandma out to a nice lunch on Sunday. And yeah, so I'm locking that in. Just wanted to throw that out there.
So it was Terry, Josh, and was it anybody else or no?
Nope, just Terry and
Terry and
Josh.
Josh. I kind of like that. Yeah, I like
I
that
like it,
actually. I might have to hammer that, but we'll see if Terry's looking like prime Terry. But I feel like, man, him and Debo will be a pretty good duo. I
bro. I
really I
really
really
hope
like
so,
that.
man.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
they could be
look,
nasty.
dude, Zach Ertz, why is that guy always in the end zone every time I
Why
turn
is
on the Commanders
why is
game?
that guy still in the league,
I don't know, but it's like he's never gonna leave now that Jaden's there. Like he said last year, he was like, "I wish I had this man for my whole career." Like he was stuck. Well, I mean, he was with Carson Wentz at the Eagles and stuff like that. So I mean, look, he had guys, but nobody like Jaden. So when you're 33, 34, your career is pretty much done. But for him, he's looking like I'm gonna keep running this thing till the wheels fall off because I got a chance to win a Super Bowl. So I don't blame him. But I expect a good
yeah,
game. I expect just one of those. I think the Thursday night games are slowly getting better, and I think this will be a good one. So I think Packers though have a chance to, yeah, like you said, Brett, to show like the world they're playing a better team, and we can still do what we did, but I don't think it's gonna be that dominant, just because I respect Cliff, Kingsbury, and Jaden a little too much in their weapons. So we'll see. They're not gonna be able to run the ball. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't think I'm starting Bill in fantasy this week. If you have him Brett in the ESPN league, I have him in a sleeper league, but I'm not playing him this week just because I'd rather play some other guys that I got. But I'm thinking like his line's like 40, 30, 40, whatever it is. But just that Packers defense, I think they're weaker at corner. So Terry should have a decent game. Debo could cook. But yeah, I would assume Jaden throws the ball a lot.
I also think Bill is like one of those guys that you hold for like week 4, week 5 after he starts taking a large share of
Yeah.
the workload. Also, will say like thank God for a Thursday night football game that's worth a damn.
Thank
dude.
Like
God.
Yes, bro.
I feel like this was like the Jaguars and Titans every game for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
finally they're giving us like a true primetime Thursday night football game. Like
Jaguars
thank
Titans
God.
color rush jerseys, and Derrick Henry was going 99 yards.
Dog, it would be like yes,
It
Blake
was
Bortles would
bad.
fumble at the 1 yard line and Derrick Henry would rush for like 300. It was like a
Yeah.
fever dream every Thursday.
Dude, there was that one game in 2022. It was it was when we had old Matty Ice on the Colts versus old Russ on the
Oh,
Broncos. That was one of the
Dude,
worst games I've ever seen in my life.
Broncos
And they
country.
went to OT and the Colts won.
Let's ride.
I'll never forget that. That game was crazy. Just in a bad
dog.
way.
I'm not even gonna lie. I went into a Subway one time after the dangerous
Danger Witch or
sandwich
whatever.
came
Yeah.
out,
Oh, the
and I
dangerous.
had like a hard hat on. I was like, "Can I have a dangerous sandwich?" They're like, they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Good," because I'm feeling dangerous. And it was like 3 p.m. and it was like when I was leaving, I just went
Just hit a little
Subway Nation. Let's fucking ride.
bit.
And they were like,
Dangerous is
I'm pretty
here.
sure like they almost called the cops on me because
Like,
I looked like I was like in mania. It was crazy.
yeah, no, that's funny. Yeah, Dangerous is no longer dangerous anymore.
No, I don't
He's
think he is.
catching a
After he got
bag
off the
though.
He's
Steelers, he
catching a
was done.
fat bag. I don't know how he's still on a team. But well, quick question for getting off the tracks on Dangerous. Is he a Hall of Famer? Because I vote no.
He was if he would have just married Sierra and
And
stopped
chilled.
5 years ago.
You're right. Even if he stopped before the Steelers, I think he could have maybe been a Hall of Famer.
Dog, but it's also like the age-old question of like, should it count against players when they don't know when to hang up the cleats? Like, because if he did it in a respectable timeline, like he's probably has an argument, but like the
Also, if they
vomit,
ran it and they handed it to Marshawn, he would have had it locked up.
but the vomit that we've seen over the past 5 years is enough to
Yeah. I mean,
be
I don't.
like,
It's
Dude,
close.
I don't know, man. I mean, he did have the Super Bowl, man. Like, I
You
mean,
could
we
have had
can't
two, but they threw it.
him too.
bro, it's tough to get a gold jacket though.
It's
Yeah,
hard.
I don't
Like
know, man.
that's a hard thing to do.
I mean, I feel like just plain longevity is a thing in its own, but to put that in the Hall of Fame, I mean, I guess,
I
so,
don't know.
do we have many quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame that haven't won a Super Bowl?
No,
There's plenty
there's
that
a
are in the Hall,
few for sure. So I mean,
but
there
is he
there
that
is,
good?
but Russ has had that Super Bowl that he was carried a little bit at times early in his career with the Legion of Boom and Marshawn, right? And then it's like he could have got that second one if they just handed it to Marshawn against the Patriots. So if you look at it like that, it's like I don't know. Like you didn't see them actually win that second one, so it left a bad taste in your mouth. He did throw the pick, and then also the defense was carrying them a lot, and he
But
did it.
Yeah,
He was money running out the pocket, throwing the moon balls, and he had guys back in the day like Prime Lockett and before Doug Baldwin, all that. So I mean, I think there's an argument, but I'm gonna leave him out because there's other guys that are gonna get left out, aka Matty Ice, who should have a Super Bowl, and he did win an MVP. So I don't know,
dog, I think you hit it though. Like we're just we've had too much dangerous.
too
Like
much.
it's
too much.
Imagine
too
his
much.
actually
It's like,
imagine that speech at the Hall of Fame if he gets in.
We've had too much dangerous. It's time for me to hang it up.
well, dog, it's like whenever you eat like a bad oyster, it's like you aren't gonna eat one for 5 years. After 5 years, we can think about it, but like there's gonna have to be like a palate cleanser before we can have the rust is in the Hall of Fame conversation. I feel like.
Yeah.
I
No,
agree.
you're right about that. You're definitely right about that. Anyways, that was off the track. So next game we got to keep going. Sorry.
Hmm.
Next game after Thursday. So we got what? The Sunday, I guess afternoon primetime game is the Chiefs and Eagles. Eagles are on the road. I guess they're underdogs or they're favorites now. They were underdogs by a point and a half. Now it's swung back to the Eagles minus 1.5. Maybe that's because everybody's seeing like the Worthy is officially out for a while news, and they don't really have an answer other than I guess Hollywood Brown. But yeah, it's at home still, Chiefs Kingdom. They get rowdy at night, or it's not going to be all at night. Second half will be at night, but let's just see. I mean, we know Super Bowl history. They played twice in the last 3 years. We know how it was last year. We know the Eagles are a little different on paper on defense, but that offense is still about the same. And the Eagles looked solid, but they didn't play lights out last week against the Cowboys, who were supposed to be pretty bad. The Cowboys looked like a different team than we thought. So there's a lot of stuff to wonder about both these teams. Are the Chiefs cooked if they lose this game? Or if they go 0-2 without Rice for the next few weeks and Worthy, are they cooked? Because their schedule is really hard. This is a game they probably need to win because that division is pretty fucking good. Like you got the
It
Chargers looking
is not
good, the
bad.
Raiders are looking good, the Broncos didn't look great, but they got the best defense probably in that division. So, will this be a game the Chiefs get right? The total is at 46.5. I expect them to be low scoring for the most part. And I guess, I don't know. I'm going to leave you guys the floor before we predict this. I guess, what else is there? Eagles just need to get the ball to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, right? We got to see that for the fantasy and betting purposes.
I'm not gonna lie, man. The Eagles might win by like 20. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not thinking they win by 20,
The
but
Chiefs are low key buns.
okay.
Like if unless they come and get Tyreek and Xavier Worthy's out. I heard that boy. Wait, do we know how long he's out yet?
I don't
Do
know
we know?
yet. It's gonna be some weeks.
I was about to say I've been hearing Mans might not even make it back this season.
No, he'll be
And
back.
if that's the case, I mean they might start 0-6.
No,
No?
no.
I
They'll
think they might start
they'll
zero
let they'll
6.
they'll bring Taylor Swift on at that point,
Okay, yeah,
at
they're
least
gonna.
to do some
Damn,
devil
imagine
magic.
that, man. Imagine
Um,
Travis just gets married. They
look,
just go like 0 and
Well,
6.
brother, they got Rasheed Rice. It's like they had to get little Flexer Mahomes out of jail for his little assault allegation.
Yep.
yeah.
Hey, free my man Rasheed. Let them boys get that man
Let my
out.
boy cook,
Hey, get
Oh,
that man out. I do think
bro.
that I mean Seth could be on to something.
he
Like
Dude,
might be.
they did just get it was 2 games ago in the Super Bowl that they got throttled. Like
yeah.
Yeah, you're right, and they don't have a run game.
No, I mean
and
I
the
like
Eagles
Pacheco a
are
lot, but
good.
the Eagles are very good. They are
Mm.
very good, and
Oh,
Saquon is not
this is
looking
what I
like no
forgot to
Madden
say.
curse.
Jalen
Big
Carter, him spitting on Dak and being suspended that whole game was his 1 game suspension, so he will play
Yeah,
against the
so he will
Chiefs.
play. Yeah, it's
So they are
rats.
not running that rock
Yo,
like at
that's
No,
all.
crazy.
they're
Us,
not.
Roger,
Yeah,
as a Georgia fan, how
that was crazy.
do you not suspend him another game
I
for
don't
that?
know because they want to
Bro,
see him play the Chiefs.
That's crazy,
Dak
dog.
was spitting first.
But
Did you see that?
Dak didn't spit at him,
And
dude.
of course he's gonna say he didn't spit at him
I
because they
know,
see the video.
but like I
Yo,
mean, wasn't on him.
Jalen had that thing marinating in his
Oh yeah, that
esophagus
went
for
right
weeks.
down in the damn chest plate.
That was a
Hey,
Uh,
that
lube.
thing looked like a cannonball that the Redcoats used to load into a muzzle. It was. Did you see how thick that thing was? It
That
was
shit was.
crazy.
that was a little lug.
Bro, I didn't even know I didn't know that he got suspended for that game whenever the first quarter started. I was like looking at the TV with Jack. We were in that golf simulator and I'm like, why the hell are they showing Jalen Carter walking out of the tunnel? Thought he got hurt. I didn't know he spit on Dak Prescott, the
Yeah,
richest quarterback in the NFL,
dude,
America's quarterback.
literally joined the Discord and I was just like, so we spitting on dudes off the rip,
But
off
yeah,
the rip. Pause, but damn,
we got to
before
be
the
better than
first
that. It's
play,
the first game.
we hawking a little lug down the chest,
It was
in
the
between the tits,
he didn't
just going
even
right down in between there.
he didn't even get the first playoff,
No, we
right?
had
Am
an
I wrong
injury
about that?
timeout. No, you're not. They had an injury timeout on the
Oh, because it
kickoff.
was the kickoff that was injury. Yeah, then they were like in the huddle, Dak spit over the shoulder, and then that
Yeah,
was when it happened. That's fucking crazy. I don't
that's wild, dude.
That's crazy.
Do okay. Do we think the Chiefs are getting Tyreek? Is that a little reunion we might be seeing here soon?
If they don't, I'm gonna tell you who's getting them. Your boys.
Yeah, they're gonna be
The
me, and they're
Steelers
gonna
are
be
gonna the
DK and
Steelers are gonna
Tyreek
go get
and
it.
Aaron Rodgers,
They're
and I'm
gonna be
gonna lose
officially
my
all
mind.
in on this Super Bowl run.
I can't wait to be able to just get all these jerseys of
Just for one,
Russ
they're gonna be
and
like there for
Justin
1 year.
Fields. They were there for 1 year. Get a Pickens jersey, got that. DK need Tyreek, need Rodgers,
The
Hey,
Ramsey.
Ramsey, give me
Huh.
Slay,
hey,
dude.
I listen. I wish the Steelers all the success in the world, but let's not
Mm.
act like the Falcons couldn't use a little speed guy out, right?
Oh,
And
don't
let's
tell me
not
Mm.
act
that.
like we don't have a quarterback to trade the Dolphins, and let's not act like they
Oh, hey, no, you might be onto something.
right?
Might
Like
be
get
onto
Kirk over
something.
to South Beach.
What would it
That could
take?
change.
Do you
Mm.
think we send him Kirk in like a third?
Kirk in a third.
I
Kirk in a
think
I kind
we
of
third.
like that.
I think we send him Kirk and some cash to cover a little bit of that contract. That's
He's a here, we'll
Yeah,
eat some of that money for you.
that contract's gonna hurt.
and we'll
Um
send him Kirk and a little cocaine for him down
ooh.
in South Beach, and we'll take Tyreek and his
We'll take him.
allegations up to the ATL. I
Kirk's gonna
mean,
have yeah, Kirk's gonna get a new chain in the middle of it. It's just gonna be like it like unscrews and some white stuff comes out and he's just like officially some Miami Vice looking dude. He's gonna be looking like honestly, I could see it right now. Like if Tua got
dog.
hurt again,
Kirko chains,
they get desperate.
more like Coco chains.
Hey, and like it's gonna be like powdered sugar. Like they're
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
like they're
Yeah,
gonna be
he's gonna
like
be like, it's
Kirk,
just
what
some
you
booger
got
sugar.
there?
It's just some booger sugar, y'all.
I swear.
He's gonna be hitting that swag
Please.
surf in
Hey,
Miami.
that boy gonna be like Paul Bart, just a little something to keep the A1C levels up.
Just to get me back on track. Nah, but I can see that. I'll be lit if we got Tyreek. Have
Dude,
Tyreek Mooney and old Drake. Yeah. Sorry, Ray, but it's Tyreek time.
Hey,
dude,
Kyle Pitts, come on,
Oh, Kyle Pitts looking good. 7 catches.
dog. Hey, that one Atlanta beat writer all offseason was like, Penix has been talking about how he loves Kyle Pitts, and it showed last week. Like, I don't know. He
Yeah.
had more receptions than he's had in a game over the past 2 years. I'll say that.
Is it the double red sleeves? Is it Penix? We'll never know. But he's looking better.
But
He's on pace for 1,000.
the double red sleeves is kind of crazy.
It is crazy. I was like, that's a bold decision there, Cotton. We'll see how it pays off. Yeah, official prediction. I'm gonna go Eagles. What's the total? 47 and a half, 46 and a half, one of those. Yeah, 46 and a half. I'm gonna go Eagles. Give me Eagles. Ooh, if they get AJ Brown and Devontae Smith going, then
it's over.
I'm gonna say 27 to 17. That's what I got. What about
Seth, what'd
you?
you say? 24?
They're gonna win by 20, so that means I'm gonna go like 42 to 21.
Okay.
42. We'll go 20. We'll give them 24.
Well, they scored in the Super
We'll be
Bowl.
close.
They scored 48 or something like
Something
that.
like that. And they were cooking.
Yeah, they could have dropped 50 they wanted. We'll see. I don't know. I'm really interested to see this game. I think it's gonna be.
I
I'm
am
gonna be
too, dude.
hype if they get their ass beat in Arrowhead. I'm gonna tell you that.
Oh, bro, they're going to lose.
I think they'll
Uh,
lose. Yeah.
I wish there was like a phone app where you could like talk into it and it would give you like the Pat Mahomes, like, I think that's all right
The Kermit.
decision.
You can just use like a Kermit the Frog filter.
Yeah, well, because it's like we are as much as I'm with Seth, like the Eagles could come in and blow them out. Like we're talking about the goat, the little goat. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
he
Mm.
could have the three of us and Cowboy Cody without his shirt on, and maybe have a chance to win the game.
I will say he was kind of cooking the Chargers in that second half. He was looking like prime Mahomes a little bit, but his
Yeah,
deep
that's
ball is just
fair.
not there. He like thinks Tyreek is still on the team. I swear. He'll just
I
throw it
mean,
55 yards and the dude's like 40 yards. And I'm like, all
I
right,
mean,
Mahomes.
dude, it's kind of like in the Packers Commanders game. I mean, if the Chiefs can't keep up with the Eagles, then it's gonna be over before the game started.
I just think like Commanders
Because
gonna hang around for sure, and I don't think the Chiefs have a chance to come back just because they don't got the weapons right now. How are they gonna throw it?
no,
Look,
exactly.
Thornton, that dude Tyreek Thornton, not gonna do it.
Mm, I think
bro.
Hollywood
they,
Brown, Juju.
Travis went from smacking your girl's ass to being someone who's going to have her home by 7 p.m. I'm just saying, come on, dude. That ain't my
that
tight
ain't my tight end no more, man.
end. Hell no.
Two catches, 40 yards, and a tutty.
I trust him a little too much. That's all I'm gonna say.
I trust him a little too much. It's funny. So real quick before we get into that Bucks Texans game, Brett, what is your feeling? Because we got to talk about the Falcons a little bit here. I know we texted earlier. What's your official prediction about this Falcons Vikings game? Because one thing I will say, I'm seeing some trends, some betting trends, some things that I'm looking like this could be in the Falcons' favor. Like there's some lines like this is just one of those things after a tough road win. A lot of these teams, like the Vikings, go back home in a big primetime spot and they wind up losing, or at least losing, not covering the spread. And JJ's young, he's still without Addison. He's still without maybe Darisaw. So we'll see how that goes. But the Falcons got a lot of pressure last week. They did have opportunities to get interceptions on Baker. Baker just has that cannon, so it got through. But if the Falcons have Mooney back, if they have who Drake is playing, so that's good. If they have the whole squad together, minus obviously Caleb McGarry, I think there is a world where the Falcons pull this win off. Like I really believe that.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the NFL for, not flexing the Eagles Chiefs game to Sunday Night
Oh,
Football.
thank
Mm-hmm.
God. I don't even think they can flex until like the second half of the year, luckily. But yeah, they
Facts,
probably
but that
could. But
hey, that's letting your boy have a little Boston butt celebration. But I will say that like the Falcons are the opposite of the Dogs, right? At Georgia, we don't have a quarterback that we trust. We trust our head coach. The Falcons obviously have the pieces. I think Penix is the better quarterback. I saw some good things out of McCarthy, but over the long haul, I think it's going to be tough to have like stellar second halves. Like he's young. You see it with young quarterbacks; they're going to have growing pains. I think Penix is, from what we've seen, consistent relatively. Like there's going to be mistakes. So, like the leader on the field is in the Falcons' favor. Our defense is good enough to show us the stuff, but it's like, man, we can't start fucking shooting ourselves in the leg. Whether it's like our offensive play calling on the goal line with Zach Robinson, or God bless him, I love Koo, but it's like you're killing us,
Oh,
dog.
brother.
oh
And
yeah,
Raheem, it's like, so
Raheem,
can we just allow our athletes to win the game, or are we just
bro,
gonna fuck it over for ourselves?
bro.
Because Kevin O'Connell showed literally on Monday night that he has a team that might not be better, but he's not gonna get out coached. So we have the team to win on Monday night, but can the Falcons not fuck themselves over? And they always do. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
love them, but
they
we
do.
always find a way to fuck it up,
Oh,
dog.
every
They
time.
do. And I have two things. I agree with the Koo thing and the Raheem thing and the Robinson thing. Now, can we also, this goes in with the Robinson thing a little bit. Can we please, I love Tyler Algier. Can we just feed Bijan Robinson? Like once and for all. Just I respect the Tyler thing, but legitimately, I just think
I
Bijan needs 20 plus carries at least. At least.
I Interesting though, because like Algier is like we fed Bijan a couple of times on like short yardage situations. And I always think Algier needs to get the ball on those situations. Like, and
That I
McGarry
agree.
being
I agree
out,
with that.
like,
I agree with that.
but I don't know if he's creative enough to give Bijan the ball without McGarry.
Yeah, the
Like,
right side is we're not running the right side so far. So
like
I don't know. We're doing well. The game plan was this: no Mooney, right? So you couldn't really take the top off, and then no McGarry. So you saw that Bijan swing pass that went to the crib. Like they're trying to do that as an extension of the run game. So maybe they do more of that this year, which is
and
cool. But
he's that good. Like
yeah,
Bijan is so talented that like if we can't give him like the opportunity to make people miss, like he can make people bounce off, but Algier is our bruiser. Like how many did he have? 10 receptions?
he had like
Or-
7 or 8, and it was a lot. He had
It
100
was
yards.
it was a lot of passing. Like if that's how we have to do to get him the ball, like dog, he just needs the ball in open space. Like
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Maybe it was just the Bucks.
McGarry,
The Bucks run
dog,
defense is good.
if
But
we
yeah.
had we would be legit if we had McGarry.
And we just paid him. That's the thing. It sucks. But we'll see. It's a good test for us. But I'm like, I mean, hey, it's the Falcons. I can't trust them. But at the same time, I do feel a lot better, than I have about the offense. Like this is one of those things where Penix just needs to be let loose. Like screw it. I know they're playing Flores and the boys. They're pretty good. But let's not be so. conservative. If we have Mooney, let's try to hit the deep shots. Even with Ray, like let's try.
Dog,
Picks.
our defense is playing like that. Like
I
Jesse
like the
Bates,
defense. I do like the defense.
their ball
Baker
hawk.
did not look great for most of that game.
Yo, how good was Xavier Watts?
Dude, he's elite. He's got like one of the first rookie defenders to have a 5 tackle, 2 pass deflection stat line. Like he's good.
And one of them was could have been an interception
It
like
would have
that.
been huge if he picked it, by the way. But yeah.
All right, well, they'll probably make me cry myself to sleep on Sunday night. But because I love them, I'll go Falcons 27, Vikings 17.
Oh, I mean, look, JJ is due for a pick or two, right? Like, obviously, you saw that pick six against the Bears. I think he's going to throw at least one to Bates or
Dog, that
Watts.
was
That was
not a good
bad. It
throw.
was bad.
That was bad.
That's why I'm thinking, like, we have guys in the secondary. As long as we can hold like Jordan Mason to 35 yards max or something, like and not let him beat us, then I think we'll be able to limit Justin Jefferson enough. Because I don't think like AJ, it doesn't worry me when he's out there on elite wide receivers. It's when it gets to Mike Hughes on Egbuka or something who didn't play that bad. But like I'm just saying that's when really it's our nickel, right? Like it was last year offered and he's now replaced by Bowman. So I do like what we've done to fix that. And James Pierce Jr. had a lot of pressures. We just got to get home. And Ruka Roro, like he's kind of good. Like we got Leonard Floyd, we
Bro,
got Ebiketie. Like
Diablo.
they got guys. Yeah, Brandon Dorless. Like Diablo's a beast. And
Diablo played his ass off on
Diablo and Kay Nellis are flying at linebacker. So, anyways, enough to Falcons, but like I do think there's a chance we win it. I will say they win because I don't give a fuck. Like, screw it. I'm gonna just put my money where my mouth is. I like 24-20.
Seth, before you give a prediction, I do have to say something. This will not be an every time thing when I come on this podcast. I made a little wager last time. If the Falcons,
Uh-oh.
no,
No, it's
if
gonna
the,
have to be a thing if you do
Yeah,
that.
no,
it's a tradition
It's gotta
now.
be a tradition.
if the Falcons miss a field goal to win the game or to go into overtime, and it is Young Waku, he's a Georgia Southern product. I will personally go baptize myself in Eagle Creek to get the juju off the boys' back. And that, you heard it here first. Young
Oh my
Waku,
God.
if you need me to cleanse myself in Georgia Southern's nasty river to get this filth off of us, if you do it to me one more time, I'm getting in there and I'll have the video for
I
you.
pray that doesn't happen. I do not want to see you go in that water for many reasons. But
I'll
I
go butt
just
naked.
okay.
No, no,
Let's
cut it,
clip it.
chat.
I'm just kidding.
Cut,
Let's
chat.
clip it.
Clip
No,
it!
cut.
Clip it.
Chat.
Marcel Reed's getting hurt and Brett's
AI.
going butt naked in the
Yeah,
river. We had a great
chat, that was
episode.
AI.
That was AI. I told you in the beginning the AI was trying to take over this recording,
They
dude.
have, dude.
They're doing something to our show. Marcel Reed was not. That was AI, dude. I didn't say that. All right. Anyways, Bucks Texans. Bucks are 2.5 point underdogs at the Texans on Monday night. There's a Monday night doubleheader. Chargers Raiders is also on that Monday, so it will be a good Monday night. But Texans, they didn't look great against the Rams. Their O-line's struggling. They speaking of LT earlier, Larry Tunsil got traded to the Commanders. They shouldn't have did that because it's looking rough. CJ Stroud's looking like he's running for his life. They can't even get the ball to their playmakers. They don't have Joe Mixon. They're struggling because Christian Kirk was a good slot receiver in the preseason and now he's banged up. Like there's some problems. So give me the Bucks. Don't even want to jump all around and talk about this. I'm gonna go ahead straight into it. Bucks are winning this game. Don't know why I know it's a home game for the Texans, but Bucks should be favored. Like they really should be. So, and I hate the Bucks, but the Bucks are gonna win this game. They got a better defense. I mean, not better defense. They have a better matchup with that defense versus that O line for the Texans. The only thing that keeps them in the game, the Texans, is if they get a bunch of pressure because old buddy Tristan Wirfs is out and they have Will Anderson go crazy. Like that could happen, but don't trust their offense.
Hmm. I mean, at the Bucks.
No, it's at the Texans.
Oh, you're right. I read that wrong. Um, I mean, even if at the Texans, they're gonna need to. We're gonna need to see some offense. I'm gonna need to see a little offense from these Houston Texans, man.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I hate to say it, guys, but Tampa Bay definitely showed a little offensive power. week
Not in the
one.
first half. Not in the first half.
Yeah, but they cooked in that second, and I mean, Igbuka is looking like kind of that guy.
Oh, he is that guy. I hate it because I actually
Did you,
like him. I actually
dude?
like the guy.
And he said I saw something where Mike Evans was talking to him, or Mike Evans was talking in the press conference that in one of the huddles, Ibuka just said we need to run the like fade go route, and I swear I will score a touchdown. Said he'll swear he'll score a touchdown, and then didn't run it that play, but then they ran it the next one and he scored a touchdown,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
Well,
is
he
kind of
said he was gonna
crazy.
walk. He said he was gonna hit the game winner, and he did. So
I can't
He's kind of
believe,
like that.
yes,
Week
bro.
one rookie,
he's like that.
and I hate that. I hate that for you guys. Trust me, I understand, man.
Well,
I
T.
got
Higgins and
T. Higgins,
Jamar
Jamar. I got Derrick Henry and Zay, and then
Lamar.
I mean, I got the
Yeah,
Browns, but
there's a difference though. Like your team's going to be able to put a billion up on
I mean,
the Bengals,
I
and
hope
you
so.
also have T.J. Watt.
Yeah, our defense is kind of
Yeah.
crazy, but this is our last year for us putting all in right here. That's
I
why I
mean,
feel
Dog,
like we low key could get Tyreek. I know I just switched it over to the
no,
Steelers,
I
but
get it though. I
no,
get it.
I want to go to the Steelers in a second. I will say this is a nasty game, and it is
it is.
like put a bag over my head because I don't want to make this bet, but I have to take the Texans. Like it is
Oh.
just because it is everything in my body is telling me the Bucks is an easy money, and it's like
Oh.
everyone and their grandmother and their sons and their whole families is going on FanDuel. La la la! I'll make $75 free on
And
Sunday or
75
Monday night.
bands.
That's gonna be me.
I know, but so I'll probably will take the Texans.
Oh
I like the
man.
Chargers, but I do want to get into the Steelers because boy, do y'all finally have a quarterback.
Bro, I mean, I guess we got prime Perk Rogers back in the building,
Bro, that's
man.
exactly what I was
Throwing
gonna
four
say.
What
tutties.
was that,
Dude, he was
dog?
that dog.
I
But
wa- I watched the
I need
replay
to,
today because that was so like it was crazy to see.
but he was throwing them dots. I can't lie.
So
But
I
I'm
have
a
a
little nervous.
stat.
I gotta see it again this week though, which is crazy because it's so
Yeah,
scripted. You're
yeah.
welcome to say that in just a second. Uh,
DK.
DK against the Seahawks and Aaron Rodgers against the Jets. Like, dude, the
Yeah,
NFL is so
yeah, yeah.
scripted
They
to
knew.
put
They
those
knew.
games up.
Yep.
Hey, it's entertainment.
It
He's y'all's
is, dude.
first quarterback to have 4 touchdowns
I
in a
know.
game.
Since what, Big Ben?
Big Ben in like
Yeah,
2020.
that doesn't surprise me at all because our quarterbacks have been dog. Even
But
when I thought
dog,
Russ and Justin were gonna cook. Nope.
y'all
What was
might
I
win.
thinking?
Y'all might have a shot to win the Super Bowl this year.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Defense
Bro,
needs
if
to
it,
step it up.
defense does need to step it up. I'm not gonna lie. Defense was absolute dog. But if we get Tyreek, like if we actually try and pursue Tyreek and we can snag him, Steelers are going at least to the close to the Super Bowl, if not the Super Bowl. I think if we
Dog,
get Tyreek, I think right now we could go to Super Bowl.
Okay,
But I
okay,
think
okay. Real
Mike
quick.
Tomlin gets you in the playoffs
Yeah.
with trash
Kenny
can
Pickett,
boy at quarterback every other year. He
yeah,
has an actual quarterback. Like y'all might go to the Super Bowl. Like I'm not even trying to, glaze
If
you.
there is a year, it would be this one because the Chiefs are
oh yeah,
not in the situation to do that. And
this
we
is our
know the
last year.
Bills and the Ravens fumble it and piss on their own selves like in the playoffs. This is a year like let's say y'all do have to play the Ravens. You guys have that history to where you can line up with them and play them well. Even the Bills, you got the Bills defense is so bad in the secondary. Aaron Rodgers will carve them up in a playoff game. I promise that.
Dog, the Steelers defense is built for playoff football.
It is.
Yeah.
If we can
And
get there,
Mike
bro,
Tomlin
it's
is
over,
built like y'all might win the Super Bowl. I might be doing
dude.
tricks up there on it, but it's like y'all are pretty good, dog.
Dude, we're pretty
I
good,
I
dude.
also like the Chargers now. I do. I like the Chargers. Harbaugh and Herbert, and then they got Keenan back. They got Quentin Johnson not dropping everything. Defense was good last year, but you know, we'll see because it's just one of those things. We haven't seen them yet. Like we haven't seen them win a playoff game. So
No, we haven't.
Chargers, Steelers, they're two new teams. I feel like that could really compete this year. But Ravens, when they're cooking, dude, are so good. But like they just
They
can't get
are
over
really
that
good.
hump. So I don't know.
Yo, Herbert got something to prove. Like
Yeah.
he got Madison Beer. I ain't gonna say, hey, put a ring on your finger, then put a ring on her finger. That's all I'm saying. Cause
Yeah.
goddamn,
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna get two rings if he can. I think. I mean, I look. That's a good point. I feel like now he's playing with a little edge, right? You got to go. You got to prove it to old girl. Like
I
I gotta
mean, he
win me
got to
a. I
prove
gotta
it to
get at
that one.
least a division championship. At
Hey,
least.
she got to be worth a couple ribs. If Marcel Reed's giving one away on Saturday, then she got to be worth a
Oh, you
couple.
know Herbert's losing a thumb for her. Like he's gonna get beat up every game this year, and he will still play through it. Like he's still that guy when it comes to being tough. Like he's that guy.
Yeah, I will say, what is like Arabic law where it's like you steal, they chop off your hand?
Yeah, it's like an eye for an eye. Like he's gonna.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
I know what you're talking about. Like
For Madison Beer, I'd
for
probably
Matt.
chop off my hand.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, 100%. I'd
yeah.
chop off both of them. I'd go nubbies. Have some little nubbies.
Yeah, but there would have to be a contract. Like it couldn't be for like a 1 year thing
No,
and then
it's
I'm
got to
done.
be like that Mahomes deal that he got or something.
Could you imagine 1 year and then it's like, what am I supposed to do with these?
And she's like, yeah, see ya.
Uh, you gotta have that. You gotta have the lifetime contract. Oh
Thanks.
man, but nah, that's true. Yeah, so a lot of the AFC teams this year that could come out and really do something special because the Chiefs are not that team to beat right now. So we'll see. NFC is a little open too. Not, I mean, the Eagles, but like besides them, the Packers, the Commanders, we'll see how that goes. We got the Bucks, we got the Falcons. Like there is, I guess we got to talk about Dallas because if they do look a little bit better, each week, maybe they can contend. I don't know.
Bro, Jerry gonna die without a Super Bowl. I ain't worried about
Yeah,
Dallas.
they're not winning the Super Bowl, but
Bro,
maybe they're in there, like in the
Green
playoff.
Bay in there.
I will
Like,
say
Green
that,
Bay's in
like,
there.
dog, there's never been a better time. We talked about it for college football. Like, the NFL is wide open too. Like, football's in
yeah, great hands,
great hands. Like,
Fantastic.
great hands. Also, quarterbacks are everywhere. Like, there's good quarterbacks. I feel like everywhere.
which is also like, how did we have Desmond Ritter as our starter 2 years ago?
Thank God we don't have to deal with that anymore, Brett. Jeez. I don't know. Teams go through that. I can't be that mad, I guess. Sometimes you go like the Bears, you go your whole lifetime not seeing a good quarterback throw for 4,000. So at least
All
we're
right.
not that.
So I will say, like, open up a segment, bet of the week, NFL.
Yeah, let's get that. I was about to ask that too, actually. Like
Mm.
before we end this show, what's your favorite bet of the week? NFL, you said?
NFL, because I'm
Um, hold on. Let me pull mine up. That's a good question because I was looking at something earlier that caught my eye. Also, the Niners starting Mac Jones this week, kind of interesting.
that is interesting.
Just for the the Saints at home. What did I have here? I had something on my slip. Okay. I like, ooh, honestly, hear me out. Hear me out. Colts at home are underdogs again by like 2.5 against the Broncos. Give me the Colts on the money line, even. Like at least they'll cover the 3 or 2.5, whatever it is. But like they might win that game outright because Danny Don's kind of looking nice now. Pat Surtain might shut down Michael Pittman this week, but you got Jonathan Taylor. Danny can use his legs. You still got Downs and Pierce and AD Mitchell. Like I think they win that game low key. Like Bo Nixon did not look good.
They also got Papa Ursay looking down on them.
They do. They do. RP Papa Ursay. That's so
Bro,
true. It's their year to kind of win that division. What if they just win that division easily? Texans are
Do
bad.
y'all remember he tried to like find a way to pay like $20 million to get a whale shipped across the United States in a plane?
Yeah, he's like one of those dudes. Like, he just does anything. He's just a wholesome guy. But like that was crazy. 20
All
mil.
right. I will say my gamble of the week, and then Seth, I'd love to hear your take. I'm not even apologizing for doing tricks on it. I am absolutely somersaulting on it. Give me the Steelers -3.
I like that too, which is funny because some people are like some betting guys that I'm looking at, they're talking about, oh, the Seahawks, they're if you follow the trends, the Seahawks should cover this week, blah blah blah. I'm like, then I see one guy that I actually really trust, and he's talking about the Steelers at home. How are they only 3-point favorites? And I'm like, yeah, they're winning this
we're
game. Like they're
going
winning.
crazy, especially after last
DK
weekend.
put DK
The
for a
stadium's
hundred
gonna
and
be
a
coming
touchdown.
rocking.
Yeah,
Hey, don't
Stadium's gonna
think
be
about it.
rocking.
Steelers -3. Let's take it to the bank.
Bro,
yeah.
give me a anytime tutty for Calvin Austin. 40-yard bomb.
What is y'all's obsession with him? Because
Dude, he's just
Griff
a little
Griff
speedster,
was
Griff
dude.
loves
throwing
it.
like
Griff's insane though. Griff's a
he
different
threw
breed.
like $600 worth of fat.
600. I
I
thought I would
can't.
have a chance with like
I
200 that
can't.
I put.
He doesn't care, dude. He
He
loves the
didn't.
Steelers.
650 is crazy.
He
I
loves
don't know
them.
if Calvin's worth that.
He's
No,
not.
definitely not. He's not. I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong, and especially with Aaron Rodgers and being able to throw that deep ball
He's
like on
not
the
that
money.
good.
But he's not that good. Like he's gonna be like a Rashid or like a Darnell
Yeah,
Mooney.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Rashid
Where he,
Shaheed.
yeah, I could see him being like one of those in fantasy, but I don't think he's going to be no
He's not wide receiver one.
15,
Not wide receiver
1400
two.
yards.
Hey, nah, Griff threw Madison beer money at that man.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
crazy.
You know, he did.
Yeah.
He's a good
So,
man for
so
that.
is your bet Steelers too this week, man? Is that your bet?
Mine, no, I think my bet is any time. I mean, that's obviously a bet that I would put as a Calvin Austin one because I feel like it's a low key got some good odds on it too, maybe.
Mm.
But if I would to slam like a solid lock, it's anytime Teddy Derrick Henry
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
against
free.
the
God.
Well, that's
Browns.
free. That's free.
Against the Browns, like that's free.
Yeah.
That's also one of those things where you look at it and you're like,
It's too free.
minus 250, but it's gonna hit. It should be minus 1,000 because it's gonna
Yeah, it's
hit
gonna hit.
30 out of 30
Yeah,
times. Like
dude.
it's crazy.
Especially against the Browns, dude. I mean, their win percentage alone is like 10, 15%.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if I had to throw another one out there besides the Colts and the Steelers, maybe give me. Ooh, I don't know. I was gonna. Oh, honestly,
Falcons, come on, you
look,
know you
look,
want
look,
it.
look, look. I was about to say that, but I will say I might swerve on this one and go a different direction. I kind of think
Swerve in their corner. Whoa,
Panthers,
whoa.
what, +7? That's kind of a lot of points. Panthers on the road. Give me the Panthers like +7. I just think they keep it kind of interesting against the Cardinals. I don't know. Maybe not, but like to me, that's a bounce back. I think they could at least make it interesting. So give me Panthers +7. But I really like the Seahawks, or not Seahawks, the Steelers one and the Colts more for sure.
Where the Colts are interesting. Like what you said is like Danny Dimes obviously still has a little bit of juice, and I mean, I love the AR-15, but dog, like they have a good team. They just needed a quarterback, and Danny's better than what they've had for the past 3 years.
Oh, 100,
Oh yeah.
100%.
They can win that division. Unless the Jags just go crazy, but like I just don't know if I trust year one and all that. So I don't know. We'll see.
Bro, the
Um,
Jags got more bad luck Brian in them than the Falcons, so I think
oh
that's all
yeah.
right.
You're right, you're right. And I do think Ursay looking down on the boys and the Colts, man, that might help him out for real.
Right?
So
He playing that one of his guitars.
yeah,
He's shredding it.
he's shredding it up there. And he's shredding it to the tune of Danny Dimes for 3 tutties.
For 3 Teddy.
But yeah, it was a good episode. We probably went over a lot, but it's all good. We had a good time. So I feel like we got a lot of content to pump out. I'll be working the rest of the week to get all that out for all these games. But yeah, it was fun. Thanks for joining us again, Brett. You're welcome anytime. Seth,
Anytime,
appreciate it.
brother. Of course.
Every time Brett gets on, you know he's gonna have some
There's a
crazy
crazy
prediction, or
bet.
not prediction, just a bet that he's if this happens, then I'm doing this. So
Yo,
this
and
year we
we
know
can
what it
cut
is.
this,
We
but
can
like
cut it. We can cut
I
it.
do love coming on. I do apologize because I tend to like, go on
No, dude.
tangents and shit
No,
No,
like
you're
that.
good. You're
you're
good.
good. I promise. Especially,
It happens to me all the
and
time.
it's
So
good. It's good content, dude.
we like to get off the tracks because we get stuff that we don't expect, and it can really be the best part of the show. So it's all good. We have fun. I feel like it's gonna be a good year for the boys, for the teams. Obviously, I think the Steelers are gonna have a good year. Falcons, I
Dog,
think, could have a good year.
the Steelers, I'm telling you,
Hey,
like
Steelers
they
Falcons
might.
in the Super Bowl. Let's run it.
Bro,
Oh
run
no, that would be.
it.
Look at me. I would sacrifice Griffin for the Falcons to win. I'm not even lying.
Oh
I would
man,
shove a four-iron up his ass,
Dude,
like to
yeah.
get that back.
I would take out the biggest loan possible to make sure that all the boys could go to the
Oh
Steelers
man,
Falcons Super Bowl.
Oh,
I have
dog,
to.
could
I
I'm
would
not even
literally
gonna
do
lie.
it.
The next time my team does go, like
Oh, I'm going. I
I might
gotta
have to
go.
take out a loan, but it's one of those things where it's like
It's
I don't
worth
have a
it.
family. It's worth
Uh-uh.
it.
Uh-uh. No, I'm taking out a loan for sure because that might be the last time we'll ever see a Super Bowl. Like I
Mm.
Ever.
know ever, literally ever, dude. Like I
I
know we
just
were in
pray.
it before,
I
but
pray it's
like,
not one of those 28-3 Super Bowls. That's all I'm saying.
Dog,
oh,
I think the Steelers, y'all have a good enough franchise where you are almost guaranteed if you live like an 80-year life,
You're gonna see a Super Bowl.
you're gonna see
Oh
five or
yeah,
six. As a Falcons fan,
We might get
we're
it
one.
might
not.
be rough.
We might
It
not
might
see
be
one.
rough.
We had one, and it was the worst Super Bowl ending of all time.
Dog, think I would have jumped off the Super Bowl if I would paid
He
$20,000
would
to
have
be
jumped
there and
off of
they
the Super
lost
Bowl.
that.
He would have jumped off the Super Bowl chat. Yeah, we don't want to see.
Wait, I thought we were cut, chat.
No,
I'm
we're
not so
we're
sorry.
no, we're not cut
No,
yet.
we
We're
can
not
cut it
cut.
though. We can
All
cut
right, it
it.
was a great episode. Let me stop recording and.